So, hello everyone. I've just decided to do a spontaneous energy check-in because, well, selfishly, because I've been glued to my bed, and those of you that aren't new will know that card's in the wrong place, but it's probably going to mean something. Your enthusiasm gives you energy and motivation to work on a meaningful project that's dear to your heart. Right, this is going to sound weird, but I think that means working on yourself and your own healing. I don't know what the lights. Yeah, it's a bit dark out there. If you can't, yeah, I'm reading the words, so whatever. Yeah, I think the project that's dear to your heart is you. That's what you're being guided to work on. Actually, I wonder if I move more light. If I move a little bit. I'll just leave it. Right, anyway, so yeah, like I say, just for my own interest to kind of confirm what I'm feeling from my own guides and stuff. It feels like it's just to do with the eclipse, you know, like the new moon solar eclipse. The energies are so strong. They're like they're blasting me, like seriously, like it's now exactly 7:30 on Sunday night, and the eclipse was late last night here. Well, not that late, if it was like 9:30 or 10 at night. And yeah, like, I mean, I haven't even went a walk today. It's just like, I just haven't been allowed to leave my bed, and like, I've been in and out and napping, weird dreams as I was napping. And anyway, I can just tell when I'm being made to stay still, to you know, to get the energy to come back and share, and you know, for my own journey as well. So yeah, let's see. So on that note, I want to shuffle these to see what comes out. So I just felt like I say, doing this to see what comes out because I'm interested, but also for anyone else that might be experiencing extreme tiredness. Now, bear in mind, Taurus is sleep. It's good food, good sleep, good company. It's the senses, it's the body. So it's not unusual to be feeling very tired, and especially with all the abundance of Pisces energy going on, and the Venus and Jupiter conjunction. That the yesterday was meant to be, what was it again, the most romantic day of the decade. So I hope somebody was out there getting some of that, whatever that means. I can't say anything massively exciting happened to me, to be honest. But yeah, it's a North Node eclipse this, so we're all being guided to focus right now on what we value, who we value. Are we spending time with people that really make us the best that we can be, or are we allowing ourselves to be around what no longer serves us anymore? Hopefully not. Because like I say, it's values, and it's lots of other things, and I'm tired, but that's what's coming to mind. Oh yeah, and so before I pick one of these cards, the cards that sort of jumped out to me before I started filming were Sword of Light, Divine Protection, Cords Being Cut, Breakthrough Energy. And I'm sure the card that I pulled for tomorrow's shorts, because I filmed them all in advance, was really lovely. I remember saying something about, I think it was protection, and it was like, you're protected and you're safe. And these basically say the same thing. It says divine protection, cords cut, breakthrough energy, and then angelic frequency. Angels are here. You are safe, potent connection. So that's powerful that these cards basically back up the energies that I pulled for tomorrow. And again, time is an illusion. So again, Archangel Michael energy coming in very strong there, cutting the cords to anything that doesn't serve you. It really does feel like, oh yeah, and I think I just saw a meme that said that. Yeah, it's 9-year cycles ending of drama. It said more than that, but basically it does make sense. And again, this eclipse links back to 2004. I can't remember if it was 2004, 2003, but something like 19 years. So think about what was going on in your life 19 years ago. I know that I can definitely think of things that could link to now. Right. But what it feels like is whatever hold-ups, whatever karmic energy or interference there was, definitely within twin flame dynamics, because we all know that's what I'm here to channel about. A lot of that has been cleared. So that's what I feel this is about. The cords are being cut to that. And you are safe now. So, but I feel a lot of us are exhausted. Right. So I want to know specific, I'm going to put these here. I want to know specifically something about this tiredness that I'm feeling. Because like I say, because of my collective channel, I get it tight, guys. I get hit with it hard. So that I can come back and share. And they're pulling me to a book up there that says Words That Heal and a Chiron book. So there's, the Chiron is the wounded healer. So, and oh yeah, how interesting. That interests me that is how I heal with twin flames, because my Chiron Gemini is in the 7th house and I'm here to heal twin flames, and I'm here to help people heal their relationship with themselves and love. And that's what the twin flame journey is all about. Right, so what do we need to know with that being said? What would help the collective at this time? So I'm not doing the whole divine feminine, divine masculine, I don't think, but we'll just see. I'm just generally, for whoever this resonates with out there. Because I've been guided to really hermit. I've stayed right off my messengers, and when my friend texted me earlier, I was like, I'm in hermit mode. Do you know what I mean? And basically, most of my pals know when I say that, it's like I'll reply in a couple of days. Do you know what I mean? But new moons are about hermiting, right? New moons, I know it's new beginnings and exciting new beginnings, and this one is bringing unexpected, exciting new beginnings for a lot of people and a lot of twin flames because of the Uranus, because it's conjunct Uranus and Taurus. It's destined and fated unexpected new beginnings. But for some of you, it may not be that unexpected. Like you can feel it coming, but the unexpected bit would be somebody just creeping up on you unexpectedly. Like, you know, you're not going to be ready for it. There's definitely that feeling. So it depends what you deem ready to be. You're ready, you're not going to be shocked, but I don't think it's going to be like when you're feeling your best and you've got your best on and you're looking good that day. It's probably going to be when you, I don't know, sneak out to the Tesco for a pint of milk in your jammies and you haven't brushed your teeth, that kind of thing. By the way, it's not what I do, because I order everything on, like, well, I do variations of that. Mine would be like rolling out of bed to go my walk and I don't want to speak or bump into people. That's every day. Sometimes I do make sure I've got my makeup on and I'm looking all right, but sometimes I don't. Whatever. Unconditional love for self. Right, anyway. What we got? Open intuition, seek clarification. 29. I'm interested, but I know the 29th is past now because I'm filming this on the 1st of May. So happy Beltane, happy May Day. Brand new month, but and summer is here. Basically, the 29th kept sticking out for reunion. So I'm going to trust that maybe somebody watching this right now, that conversations were had a couple of days ago. Divine will, let go of fear. I think we need to read both. And then Kundalini rising is behind it. I think we actually need to read all of these. Right. So, order. Seek clarification, open intuition, 29. And I'm just mentioning the 29 thing because that's, I remember just going, oh God, this keeps happening. Look, I've opened the book at Eternal Union again. If you watch some of the other videos, I kept opening the book at Eternal Union. And it is because a lot of people choose, a lot of twin flames choose to have their celebrations on this day. It's very common for hand fastings, you know, like getting married out in the forest and shit like that. A lot of, if people's spiritual merges hadn't happened yet, I feel that's really happening. Like, but for those of us that have been on the journey a long time, that will have happened years ago. like that. It depends which way you look at it. Like you've always been married in the spiritual realms, but the merge may not have necessarily happened years ago. That might, but I feel there's some of you out there that it's, you'll know what I mean, because it's like you might actually find yourself falling more into fear than what you usually would. Let go of fear. And it's probably because you're really tuning into how your twin is with certain things. And then they'll be experiencing the same thing. Maybe where you're really brave, they're experiencing more moments of being brave. And it's not just like you've got the good shit and they're getting all the crap end of the stick. It'll be the other way as well. Like wherever you're not normally so good at something, you'll notice, oh, how am I able to do that now quite well? And then they might find that wherever they're usually quite good at something, they're not so good. You know what I mean? It's the balance and the energy. And I know that because it's like there's been little things with me where I'm like, why am I that bothered about that thing when I wouldn't normally be? I'm not saying ever, but I wouldn't be as much as what I have been. And then I'm like, oh, right. Like, so, yeah, I'm sure people will know what that means. Right. So, seek clarification, possible misinterpretations now. Wow. Well, that's because I didn't know when I was saying the other day, I couldn't remember. But Mercury retrograde. Mercury is now in Gemini. Mercury rules Gemini, remember. Communication, messenger of the gods, and Mercury retrograde is all about communication. It's all about muddled up miscommunication, usually misunderstandings, and we've got that on the 10th of May. So, you know, it's just over a week away. So we're well in we've been in the pre-shadow for a while. So yeah, this is talking about, you know, Mercury retrograde coming. Obviously, Mercury retrograde as well brings people back from your past. So that could be bringing up karmic situations if there's resolutions needed there, or it could be karmic solutions. Like you may even be having like things popping up for you and you're like, no thanks, you know what I mean? Just like reminders of karmic situations. And it could be because they're thinking about you. So even if you've forgiven and let go and you don't feel like you need any kind of closure, perhaps the person does. And you know, that's a personal thing. I always say, if you've got the strength to and someone wants closure, it's nice to give them it. But in the case of when you've dealt with really toxic or even narcissistic people, that's a personal call, because you could just be getting pulled back into a web there, and it could be quite hard to get out of. So yes, tread carefully there. Right, so intuition is the inner voice of the soul. Opening our intuitive channels and trusting the messages we receive can be challenging in the beginning. So that's even like how I started this video, that at first when I'm like, why did I set my alarm to go a walk early on Beltane? Because I wanted to go out and just honor, you know, Mother Nature. But the thing is, the conclusion I came to, again, and see, this is balance. I honor Mother Nature, Pachamama every day. I'm a shaman. I walk by the sea every day for hours. So I'm pretty sure I'm going to be forgiven for not doing it today. Do you know what I'm saying? And that's kind of because I'm all about intention. So I don't feel that just because I didn't do it today on Beltane, that, you know, God or the angels or guides or whatever, like, aren't going to forgive me. Do you know what I mean? It's like balance. But that's only because I strongly believe in the power of my intention, my integrity, and I know that the divine knows my heart. Yeah, that's a good way to put it. But basically what I'm saying is, if you allow some external force to have that much power over you, like, you're going to be punished or something if you don't go and honor certain times, then, you know, it's kind of like, as well, like, I used to be more kind of pernickety about when I do the new moon stuff and the full moon stuff with my groups, but at the same time I'm thinking, wait a minute, time is an illusion, and I know that. So I kind of take that with a pinch of salt too, when it's kind of like, oh, you can't do the ritual till 48 hours after the time. It's like, only if you know, really strongly feel like it's going to affect you. If you don't, then it won't. But Yeah, again, that's a personal call as well. Just you make your own mind up. Not knowing how to interpret these vibes can lead to confusion. For are you really listening to it, or is it just your imagination? And what I'm meaning is, oh God, I kind of didn't want to channel as much. I just wanted to use the ones where I read the book because I'm tired, but they're doing it anyway. It's kind of like, guys, the way I'm saying this is I really am just showing up as my vessel right now and letting the words flow out. I mean, that's what I do all the time, but there's less of my personality coming in here. And if it is, it's my shadow, because I'm like so tired. I'm just like, I looked at the word shadow aspect when I said that in the book. But you know what I mean? It's in some ways that can be, I don't know about better, but yeah, it does flow quite well when I'm like this. But what I'm saying is I could have judged why I wasn't getting out of my bed, why I'm needing to sleep like all day, because my head was like, oh shit, I'm not going to sleep tonight. But the thing is, I know it's the energy that I'm integrating, the light codes, the solar flares, and whatever the fucking else is going on. Eclipses are life-changing. They're life-changing, life-changing, life-changing. I cannot stress that. And in the times we live in now, and especially if you're a twin flame out there watching this is an important life-changing time. And they keep drawing me to book titles up there. They keep drawing me to words that heal. And that's why they're saying I had to come on, because my words heal. My energy heals, but my words heal. And so I know that somebody needs this right now. So let me know if it was you. Right. And so hopefully, I don't know if I see what I mean, because I'm doubting. This is not me. This isn't, listen, sorry to blame my twin, but I'm just saying I wouldn't normally doubt what I'm saying. And it's like I'm doubting that people are going to have understood what I meant there. So I suppose that's not doubting myself, but it's doubting what's happening. Anyway, move away from that. But that kind of proves my point, because those of you that follow me for years know that I don't usually do that. And if I do, it's part of the reading, it's part of the channeling. So it's just backing up what I'm saying about if you're experiencing wee things like that, it's just the energy starting to even out, balance out now. But what I was saying is, I could have judged and doubted and got out of my bed and made myself get up and do my housework and go a walk and all that. And sometimes you do need to do that. You know, it's like if you were depressed or something, you know, you can't stay in your bed every day forevermore. You've got to get up and move. That's actually why I started walking on the beach every day, by the way. And it has changed my life and it does make me happy. But sometimes it's better self-care to just stay in bed. And in this case, when it's stuff to do with Ascension, it definitely is. But the whole point of me giving that example was that was me being intuitive. That was me really listening to my guides and knowing that's what my body needs to be doing right now. So there we go. Yeah. Right. You're already intuitive. Think about the times you felt heard, or just known that events or insights about other places. Those gut feelings are primary mechanism for this natural base instinct. It might seem daunting at first, but opening your intuition can be performed in a variety of ways. Being open and trusting is the start. Meditation, visualization, connecting to your angels and guides to assist in these processes can significantly increase your sensory perception and accuracy of vision. Over time, you may have always felt there's a force guiding you in life. You may have had a near-death experience or had to face your own mortality abruptly. Those moments can trigger a forceful opening that can be challenging to comprehend and understand if you have had no prior awareness of them. You may be experiencing unexplained headaches, migraines, or sinus complaints. Again, this feels like Ascension stuff. This area around your third eye or crown is currently stagnant or blocked and needs to be balanced. Right now, you must learn to decipher this internal guidance. You're receiving many messages, but are misinterpreting their meaning. Focus on clearing your mind and resetting your psychic antenna. Again, don't want to go too deep into that, but anybody that may have made certain decisions about their body and taken certain things, this is really going to apply to, because that's what that does. If you pick up what I'm putting down, it cuts off your psychic senses and tunes you in a different frequency. Remain open to receiving signs and messages as you continue to build your skills using clairvoyance, audience, clairsentience, and claircognizance. And yes, I am going to get to, if anyone's interested, I'm going to get to my awaken, activate, and amplify your Claire Zooms again soon. I've got another month, well, about 5 weeks, because we had a bit of a break while I had my pal's wedding and just bits and bobs for my birthday and that, with a bit of a break. got another month in my course, and then I'm going to be focusing on the clairs rooms to do that, to help you activate, awaken, and amplify your clairs, because that's what I'm here to help with. Obviously divinely named, as I feel we all are. But I just want to say, for anyone that wee bit applied to their, obviously I'm talking in code. I don't know why I'm talking in code, because I've outright said it sometimes. But if you have taken something, but you know, you've later regretted it, or you're currently regretting it, and you realize, and you're actively doing what you can to shift that, and you know, into awaken, then what I'm saying is, it's not like, oh, if you took that, you're not going to be opening up your psychic senses, because I know people that have, and it's not the case. They're still having some type of spiritual awakening. What I'm saying is, it is meant to slow down and ultimately stop your ascension process. So it doesn't help, is what I'm saying. It doesn't help. So, but anyway, it's not for everyone, but I know that there are some people out there that's going to apply to. Keep an intuitive journal and record those vibes or premonitions you feel you receive. That's so funny. My best friend just gave me a dream journal. I love it. Observe the, do you know what she also done? I also got Wonder Woman pajamas, right? I bought them for myself like before Christmas, and she got me the same ones. That's when you know it's your best friend. I was like, I always said to her, I was like, listen, if I didn't know who my twin flame was, I would feel you were my twin flame. She's my twin flame platonic friend, you know what I mean? He's my twin flame lover best friend. Observe those moments without judgment, and it's not a coincidence, they're the same sign. You see, you're drawn to, like, you know, souls, like-minded souls, like-hearted souls. Reflection will bring you confidence and help you understand and configure your interpretations of symbols, signs, and verbal messages. Shadow aspect, misinterpretation, disorder, manipulative. Sacred crystal, lapis lazuli. That's a blue one of my faves. All crystals are my faves. I can't really decide, except I think I always say hematite is my favorite. That's like, see my middle ring there, like one of the silvery one. Hematite. It's also, by the way, it's also like, doesn't break the bank. Hematite you can get for like 60p and stuff in like wee crystal shops and that. But I like it because it's heavy. I say this all the time, but somebody that doesn't know this must have heard it. If you suffer from anxiety or depression, or even just really lack feeling grounded in these intense energies, get a bit of hematite, because they're heavy, even the wee bits. And if you've got a bigger bit, even better. But like, even wee bits are, you know, they're good for grounding your energy. Calming. I remember years and years ago, actually, I tell you when that was. I remember it was almost, oh, this is testing my maths. I think it was 9 years ago. And I remember the flat I was in, and I was really upset about something. I can't remember what I was upset about, but I do remember it wasn't the worst part of the separation phase. And one of my friends at the time that was really spiritual as well. I don't like saying the word spiritual because it means different things to different people, but she was just really open at crystals, and she had tarot and, you know, all that. And that was before I was doing it, you know, publicly, like sharing it with people. This is when I still had all my cards and everything to myself. So anyway, she just kind of like came in and put this giant big bit of hematite in my hand. And I just remember it just calmed me down instantly, and I've never forgot that. So maybe somebody else needs to hear that. Somebody that's maybe more newer to this kind of stuff. Right. Observe these moments without judgment. Reflection will bring you confidence and help you understand and configure your interpretation of symbols, signs, and verbal messages. And it says, angelic assistance, Archangel Raziel, mystical knowledge, strengthening sensory abilities. Affirmation, I'm an open channel for my soul to seek its guidance. That feels like this was for a divine masculine, actually. Like, you know, whether you're a man or a woman, it feels like that whole message. Cords are being cut, breakthrough energy. Angels are here, you're safe, potent connection. Yeah, it's all like saying this is real, actually, is what I feel that's saying. Right. 12. Dark Night of the Soul's 11 that I just went past. And that's Dark Night of the Soul is depression, deep rest. Right. Trust the path, let go of fear. Accepting that there is a divine plan for every human being. Divine will is the process of our human experience to this unique blueprint. Every culture, religion has a narrative of their creator and personal God and the relationship with the human soul or spirit. That an overall plan exists for the outcome of humanity and each individual is a concept of this belief. I'm just like, my foot better not be in that. I'm not that bothered, but it's not like if you want my toe like in the shot. While divine will is the concept, I don't know why that's making me laugh, that there is a divine universal plan for us all, it still acknowledges that people have free will and the potential to make choices that lead us down this path. In essence, surrendering to the divine will allows you to remove self-blocking patterns and tendencies that lead away from your true divine purpose here on earth. Yeah, see, this is totally to do with the North Node because it's a North Node eclipse. And again, some of your, I know that a lot of people that I help, your North Node actually is Taurus, which makes it even more potent, I would say. The cords are being cut to all the karmic patterns and karmic sort of stuff that was getting in your way, all the blocks, it's all being removed. And you know, that's why you're safe. Like the worst is over. I've got a deck that says the worst is over. If it was free here, I bet I'd pull it. Currently, you're being asked to stop trying to force a door open. Your resistance will continue to make distance between you and your desired outcome. So yeah, this already feels like that is about if you're feeling like you should have been taking some big massive action right now towards your twin flame. It's the same message that this is so interesting. It's the same messages in the last few videos that I just put out. It's like, stop judging yourself so harshly because these energies are really, they're fucking exhausting. Like, look at me, I'm an old hat at all this, but I'm exhausted. But again, I have to stress that is because of my role here as a grid worker and activating others on the journey. I get blasted pretty hard with a light to come back and share it. But regardless, it's you know, and I went through the whole shoulder pain and everything this week, which that's so weird because it feels like it was like ages ago, but it was at the start of this week because we're on Sunday. So yeah, just know that you're right where you're meant to be. Your resistance will continue to make distance between you and your desired outcome. The overall picture is much bigger than you can see right now. Trust in your unique path and that you're exactly where you need to be right here, right now. It's what I say all the time. I've got a quote up there that says, freedom is the recognition that where you are is exactly where you're supposed to be. I have that pinned to my mother. Mama pinned to my mother. I don't know that. I do not have that pinned to my mother. I don't think she would appreciate that. By the way, there must be something about mothers here, something to do with mothers, because that there are no mistakes, but pinned to my mirror is what I meant to say. And that's funny because your mirror is your twin flame, but I meant the actual mirror in my room. Anyway, surrendering to the universe and to divine will is removing the internal fight of being in control of every possible situation, issue, scenario that may or may not eventuate. Again, it's impossible to be in control of anything on an eclipse that is to do with Uranus. It's again, not Uranus the planet. It's totally unpredictable. This energy is totally unpredictable. Whatever you think is going to happen, it'll be something else, and it might be something better. So just that might work out in an even better way than you imagined. So just surrender and let go is the message I'm getting. When you stop and surrender, yep, there we go. Didn't even know I was going to say that. When you stop and surrender, you can live freely, have a new sense of freedom and letting go of events, circumstances that you simply cannot control. Everything will always be received in divine timing. So annoying, isn't it? But it's true. Sometimes when we work so hard at achieving a goal or outcome, it can be marred by setback after setback. This does not mean you will not receive success, more that you need to adjust and be open to a new approach to receive the outcome or resolution you desire. You may need to acknowledge, however, that the door isn't ready yet, or it physically is not meant to be opened by you. And again, it's because when we're talking about twin flames, although this might not necessarily be resonating with your twin flame journey, it is in a sense, because everybody that tunes into this is twin flames. And if you're not a twin flame, then and it's helping you, then fine. But the majority, it's talking about other part. It can be talking about other parts of your life. But what I'm saying, it is to do with twin flames because you are a twin flame. It doesn't. What I mean is, it doesn't necessarily need to be the whole you and your twin flame thing. But then again, to be more philosophical, it always is because you're linked. Where did I get to? Unwilling to make decisions, fanaticism, avoiding responsibility is a shadow aspect. This crystal is amethyst. The angel is guardian angel Hadstiel, generosity, tolerance, community projects. I let go of control and surrender to the divine synchronicity. Ooh. And let's read Kundalini Rising, because that will be a big message for people. And what number was that one? So that one is number 12. This was master number 22. Right. It's your choice. Ignite your passion for life. Now, remember, the Kundalini Rising is huge. Basically, it's, well, put it this way, when that shit starts happening to you, you're going to start Googling if you don't know what it is, because it's weird. Like I always talk about at my spontaneous Kundalini energy rising, whatever you want to call it, was agony for 36 hours, you know, in my back. And I was already incredibly psychic, but after that subsided, I was super, super psychic. And that is what's happening to a lot of all of yous as well. And that is what will happen to your twin as well, if it hasn't already happened. But it's also to do with your sexual energy. So the burning desire within you will be something you'll have to tame. So yeah, and channel properly. Kundalini energy is non-denominational. It resides within every person, regardless of their culture, religion, or location. Often, actually, and that's very appropriate because Venus is about to go into Aries tomorrow, meaning Monday the 2nd, and I have got Venus in Aries. You're right. That is why I know some people are about to be like, she's about to mention it. Well, I'm an Aries and I've got Venus in Aries, and I'm literally passion personified. That's why I'm able to energetically kick people's ass. It's probably why I help them ignite their self-love and get together with their twin flame, because I've got all that passion in me to help you do that. And it's my purpose. Often visualized as a great snake, this serpent of, oh yes, and I work with snake medicine too. This serpent of Kundalini energy has been coiled around the base of the spine since birth. Awakening Kundalini causes the energy to ignite and rise through the chakras, which is what I was just talking about. Usually, you know, for most people, it happens quite slowly, you know, over years. But like I say, it's very rare what happened to me, but it doesn't mean it's impossible for it to happen to others, and definitely not the time we live in. It lights, I think the pain more is what I'm saying, is what's unusual. I've not heard too many people, I've actually don't think I've ever heard anyone talking about that pain, but there will probably be some. I think I've read about it, but I've not saw anyone talk about it. It lights up each chakra, giving each one an energetic boost along its way, continuing towards the higher crown chakra and beyond. Rising Kundalini can trigger positive and negative experiences. A spontaneous awakening can be triggered by extreme events in your personal life, such as abuse or trauma, accidents, major life events, extreme stress, and drug use. Now, with me, at that particular time, I can't even pick out one core thing, to be honest. There was many upsetting things going on in my life at that time, and had been for years. So that for some people it might be like one key moment that you know that done it. Being unprepared can leave you feeling lost in life, overwhelmed, depressed, or fearful, as the body and brain struggle to comprehend its intensity, choosing to restrict its movement. In a more controlled environment, yoga practice, intense energy work, and meditation can also release this potent energy. Yeah, and I was doing a lot of yoga prior to that, and I feel that's what brought it on. So be careful if you're doing that. If you have a limited ego structure and are ready to surrender your Kundalini, you will pass through this experience with minimal complications. That's what I'm saying. That, you know, I mean, what the pain that I had was rare, so don't panic, you know. Ultimately, how you receive this awakening, but you can't avoid the emotional, mental, spiritual, physical pain, is what I'm saying. Well, I was talking about physical pain. What I'm saying, you can't avoid it. It's just the physical pain like I had, you know, hopefully you don't get it. Ultimately, how you receive this awakening depends on your outlook on life. Continual spiritual work is recommended now to remove any restrictions you may have in your life. Yeah, this is either for people that are more in divine masculine energy, or you're newer to this, and that typically is going to be divine masculine energy. So But again, just take what resonates out there if you're more divine feminine energy. Right now, you're heading into unfamiliar territory. Empathy for others increases while the interest in your own life begins to step into the shadows. As you begin to realign your life, you may be even asking, who am I? Releasing patterns and conditions the self has placed on the psyche. Now's the time to realign your being to your unique blueprint. That's like I titled the other video, something about your energetic signature. They seem similar. And also check out your soul blueprint, your astrology. And if you want me to look at yours, I'll look at that in my own unique way. I love doing that to help you unlock your gifts and help you heal in the way that your unique soul wants to. Currently, you're dissolving personal patterns that are no longer needed. And I'd said that at the start. If it is not serving you at the highest level, it will soon be removed. That's what an eclipse does, removes stuff from your life that is no longer serving you. It can be painful at first, but makes sense later on. The release of Kundalini energy can herald great change. Assess the success of your coping strategies during stressful and emotional periods. Forever changed by your experiences. Reignite your fire and passion for life by connecting to your inner spark. And again, that is literally what I help people do, is I connect people to their inner spark. Yeah. And like I say, because Venus is going into Aries tomorrow, everybody should feel some sort of fire up the bum. Do you know what I mean? In a good way, like some sort of passion, energy coming back. Because right now we're in that sleepy Pisces energy, like a lot of it. But it's also very romantic too. Like Venus and Pisces is like total twin flames, total soulmates, and more the kind of lovey-dovey feelings part of it rather than the Kundalini sexual energy, all that part of it, you know, because it's all part of it. But what I'm saying is Pisces is more like true love kind of, whereas Aries is like passion. But you need both, and twin flames have both. So the shadow aspect is ambition, rebellious, risk-taking. Sacred crystal is tiger's eye. That's good for courage and confidence and abundance. And I was just adding that on. The angel is Archangel Meled. Some of these angels I've never even heard. Melahel. Removing toxicity, self-expression. The affirmation is, I'm my own healer. I hear these messages loud and clear. Wow. Right, that's that for that one. I feel like I want to shuffle. I think I've been about 40 minutes, haven't I? Because it was half there, but what else do we need to know about what I just said? In fact, let's just put them back and voila. I'll swap in and out. That there doesn't need to be any rules here. I'm feeling that Uranus energy, that conjunct my moon. I'm like, I don't need to do it any type of way. But what I'm going to ask is, what is going on Ascension wise or in the that's normally not the same thing, but yeah, what's going on in the subconscious of divine feminine energies out there? Off light codes, light initiation, great teacher awakening, divine magic. Well, already that kind of makes sense for what I was saying I'm going through, because although I've been doing teaching for many, many years, I am awakening, you know, that even more. And it's like to hold even more light and more divine magic to help even more people. So I worked that one out. And it, like I just said, I felt that I was integrating the light codes. So even if this was just for me to get clarity, fourth light codes, that's the clarity. Because again, like subconscious, and I've been doing, I'm fucking sleeping all day. I mean, dipping in and out of consciousness, because it's like they wanted me to just be in that state, right? What's divine masculine going through? Crystal skull wisdom, clarity, divine healing, high vibrational energy. See, so it could even be that like divine feminines are having to rest more because their divine masculine is getting all that coming in. Because both these cards say, what That's pretty cool. One says divine magic and one says divine healing. But it's like that, all that energy I just tuned into before is like somebody that's more newer to it. And so I feel whoever needed to hear that is somebody that just, and you might not be new to it, and you're just, oh, actually it's helping me, but I'm not new to this, whatever. But it feels a wee mixture. It's like there is high vibrational energy coming in for divine masculines, whether you're a man or a woman, whatever you identify as. And then divine feminine, it's like you're awakening even further, because like you say, it never stops, to perhaps, yeah, that teacher within. And there's divine magic and divine healing going on. Wow. Right. In the conscious mind, I want to stay with this. What have we got for divine feminines? And remember, this is your own energy. If you're just watching this for you, not you and your twin flame, it's you, different parts of you. The receptive energy and the action space energy, because I can't be bothered explaining it any more complicated than that. What's going on in the conscious mind? Divine feminine, higher heart activation, dropping shields, divine love. Your heart is healed. I'm laughing because that totally resonates as well. Like dropping shields, 100%. It's like, well, if you watch all my videos, I think it's obvious. Like I'm a very open and vulnerable person anyway when it comes to my teaching, but I'm almost given the zero fucks at like 100%, if you get what I'm saying. Wherever I would have masked how strong my feelings are, whether it be about certain topics, but I don't know, do I? Well, no, I do actually. I do mask how I don't go into how I exactly feel when I'm talking on here all the time. Because I don't think you would see it. They would kind of hide it, but not when my channel's so wee. But anyway, whatever. It's definitely in lots of areas of my life, I'm dropping the shields, yeah. Which is hard for a Scorpio rising to do. But again, that's what I mean. That's why I'm a bit of a, what's the word? Enigma, or I'm a bit of a contradiction, really, is the word I was going for. Because I'm very raw and open and vulnerable with this Aries energy. It's the highest degrees, and there's so much Aries because I've got Venus in Aries, but I've also got so much Scorpio, and Scorpio's like hidden and like mysterious. So that's why it's like, who knows how people see me. And again, like I always say, it's like, no offense, but I don't care how people see me. It's like, I know me and I know my heart, and what I know is it's I can feel that within myself, that it's like, what is the point in hiding this anymore? Especially when it comes to the twin flame journey. Again, I must stress, the only reason I had, well, not the only reason, the reason I would have not been openly talking about how I feel about my twin flame in public is because, well, how many people do you meet that are that freaking vulnerable? Yeah, there are actually other people on YouTube doing that, to be fair, but like, it isn't the norm in everyday life, is it? Like, ideally, you would be wanting to tell the person, but in some circumstances, it's too intense with twin flames, or it's not right. And yeah, anyway, it's divine love, like it says, it's divine love. It ain't like any other relationship, it's divine love. And that's where the divine feminine's at, dropping the shields and embracing divine love, whatever that means to you. Divine masculine. Oh, divine masculine's one jumped out. The light codes again. Half 4 light codes. Light immersion. Oh my god. Full system upgrade. Power recall. Right. I'm sorry, but these cards are pretty powerful. Clarity. This is clarity's coming to them, whether you're a man or a woman or whatever you identify out there, whether this is you or your twin flame. Divine healing is coming in, and high vibrational energy. That's to do with the eclipse and the conjunctions and all the other jazz. And half 4 light codes, light immersion, full system upgrade, power recall. So why are some divine feminines feeling knackered? Because that's going on with their divine masculine, quite simply. Got the answers I needed. The central sun, abundance, downloads, regeneration, success, because good stuff's coming in. abundance downwards, happiness downwards. Right. Okay, I see what you're doing there, Spirit, but I've not got my wee bit of paper to remind me what I do. In the heart space, what have we got for divine feminine? Oh, mediumship. You have a natural ability to connect with departed loved ones. So, well, obviously we know that is true in the case of me, because I'm a medium, and my mediumship abilities enable people to, in my journeys, if you do my journeys, and if you don't, you can go and find them on the playlist, to meet their loved ones in spirit very easily. In fact, I've had other working mediums actually say to me, like definitely people that are just starting out, or like people that I'm mentoring, or people that are just interested, like, why is it that I can talk to my loved ones in spirit when I listen to your meditations or journeys, or when you're doing a session, but I can't do it on my own? And you will be able to if you stay with it, and you find the quiet moments and you sit with spirit. But the reason why is because I'm a shaman. It's not just because I'm a medium, it's because I'm a medium and a shaman, and my channel, it's like I always say, it's like I hold the door open for your loved ones to just walk in. It's like, even on a recorded video, my energy is holding the door open for your loved ones to just come right in. But what this means is, because this is in the heart space, oh my God, I'm actually, if you could see me right now, my jaw is, I'm actually gobsmacked. That's because it's Beltane, and that is when the veil is thin. That's crazy. So this really is about, just don't be surprised if you've had kind of more out there mystical, magical experiences of feeling your loved ones in spirit around you, or even your guides. But that's pretty crazy. It's in the heart space. Love it. I wonder that I'm gobsmacked because I hadn't used these cards for ages. And there's also a card in here that says Twin Flame, by the way. I hadn't used these cards for ages. I was wondering, it was like I already had loads in the bed, and I was just, honestly, when I was tidying up my office and my living room, because I'm trying to just move all the stuff from my living room into my office, and it was like I was putting all these cards on my bed to do this with the laptop, and I'm just like, oh, that's enough. These are too many decks. But it's now I know why that one needed to come out, because honestly, I love this. I love that this is my job. I love it. Right. It makes the difficult parts of what I do worth it when crazy shit like that happens. What do we need to know about where divine masculine's at in their hearts? Oh my God, I love it. And on the bottom is goddess. Right, it's just making me laugh at what I said in one of the shorts. You are a powerful light worker. Divine masculine energies out there. It is safe for you to be powerful. Your spiritual power brings great blessings and love and service to the divine. Now, again, I'm laughing because that is what divine masculine collectives needs to be told, regardless of whatever sex you are. And it's also to do with, I'm laughing because of the synchronicity of the divine healing, the divine codes, the full system upgrade. Like, it's all systems go. Like, that new moon eclipse is like strong, powerful energy. And for those of you that have got personal planets and Taurus and stuff, especially your North Node, it really is go time. Like, your whole life's about to change. And I was actually told that in my sleep. Like, my guides were saying, yeah, some people's lives are about to totally change, for the better. But it's the pulling the rug out from under you first, because that's what spiritual awakening is all about, especially the deepest, intense bits. But it's like this card speaks to me of, you are a powerful light worker. It's like you need to be told that you are worthy, like you can do this, you are special, kind of thing. And it's safe for you to be powerful, it's safe for you to be seen. And I know that that is spot on because of my clients that I work with too. It's like a lot of them are accepting, oh, I am powerful. Like, it's safe for me to be powerful. And the reason why it can be harder for people that have been primarily in divine masculine energy, whether you're a man or a woman, whatever you identify as, you'll have been surrounded by a lot of people that have suppressed that. Again, divine feminine and divine masculine have been surrounded by people that, a lot of people that don't support your natural gifts, and you've had to battle against that. And hopefully you've also, divine feminines have had you know, you get drawn to soul family as well, but that's only when you push away and you recognize the people that are, I don't know why I said push away, but that's quite interesting. Yeah, push away, cut away, realize where people are not bringing out the best in you, you know what I mean? And that's what divine masculines are going through as well. So yeah, you are a powerful light worker in your heart. That's really lovely. It's safe to be powerful. That's why all this intense energy is coming in. And goddess on the bottom of the deck, the subconscious, is express, oh, that's cool. Express your divine feminine energy, embracing its magical intuition and nurturing qualities. Well, that's spot on. That's what divine masculines need to do. Especially, well, I don't know why I say especially men, because that can be women that were too masculine too, but you mean it's like, this is, whoever is more the masculine energy needs to embrace their feminine energy. They need to allow their deeper feelings to arise. They need to connect to the parts of them that they maybe shut off. Like, again, especially when men are told, like, you know, just get on with it, or, you know, don't express your feelings and whatever. And, or, you know, you wouldn't, hopefully people wouldn't actually be told that, but they'd be given the message, it's not safe to show your feelings. Right, I'll pull another one for divine feminine as well. Cancel, clear, delete. Use only positive words and thoughts as they're rapidly manifested into form. Ask the angels to cancel the effects of past negative thinking. Yeah, that is what divine feminines need to do in the heart space, is just wherever. And that's interesting, because that's what was happening to me when I slept earlier in the middle of the day for quite a few hours. I had, I don't know if I'd call it a nightmare, but it wasn't a nice dream. So it's, yeah, I don't know that I'd call it a nightmare, but it wasn't a nice dream. So possibly you just find that as a nightmare. It doesn't really matter. But what I'm saying is, it was kind of, it felt really real, but it wasn't a nice, real dream. But I got what it was about, because I love listening to people's dreams. Again, if you want me to do that in a session, I'm very good at doing that. I've been good at doing that since a child. But that's really what shamans do. We walk between the worlds. But I always can spot what the meanings are in someone's dream. But I, like I always say, I would always ask you what it means to you first. Do that with everything, actually, because it is more important what it means to you. I can give my input, but it's more important what it means to you. But yeah, I don't need to go in the ins and outs of my dream, but all I got what it was about, and it was about cutting away karmic energies. And it's funny, because like the kind of things that are coming up in my dreams, these people actually aren't in my physical lives anymore, but it was like their energy was there, and it was where I need to cut their energy, even though I already have. It's just interesting, and I do feel it is to do with where that's sitting in my chart right now. Anyway, cancel, clear and delete anything you know doesn't serve you, and shield yourself. Yeah, it's kind of like to do with, like, it's because Mercury retrograde's coming up. Like, even though you might be done with the past, other people might still not be done, and they might want to come at you, you know, wanting to talk about things, wanting to sort things out. Actually, this is true, because I was talking about this with my best pal there as well. It's like, you might be over something, but somebody else isn't. And so that could go for love too. That could go for those twin flames out there that, well, it could be stuff to do. Well, it's not going to be your twin flame, is it? Anyway, but it could be, actually, it could be that with twin flames. It could be one twin isn't ready yet, and the other twin wants to talk about it. If you're really pushy in that way, like, say, I can't identify with that personally, because that's not how I am in my dynamic. But I know that lots of other twins would be like, you just wouldn't be able to accept that the person isn't giving you anything, because you're like, why, they are my twin flame, why are they pushing me away? But so for those of you, it could be that you want to talk about something and you want to get closure and your twin doesn't. But it could be people that, like, your karmic partners, could be past romantic partners, it could be past friendships, past family members that you have cut off the energy, you know, you've not got anything to do with them, but they keep wanting to talk to sort it out, or to make up or something. And as far as you're concerned, there's nothing to make up about. It's just the contract's over, whatever you want to say. Or as like a client of mine said once, you know, the relationship has expired, which sounds a bit harsh, doesn't it? But it is the case for some people. So it's personal to you. You know, if you want to hear someone out because you feel like you can handle it and they need it, then do it. If, again, if you know that actually it's going to hold you back, upset you, affect your mental health, you've got a right to shield yourself. So that'll mean something to someone. Protect yourself from harsh or fear-based energies by envisioning a cocoon of healing light surrounding you. That is for both twins. You should always do that, because there's always energies trying to hold you back from moving on and taking the lead in your life. Look at this. Oh, we're going to have to read that. Look what I just done. My eyes just glanced to that deck that I'm not using anymore, and it says take the lead. And a lot of people can associate the stag with divine masculine. Light your own path. And remember, divine masculine is the one that needs to initiate the contact whenever that happens. Eternal union, new love is forming. And I did just put them in the place of divine masculine, divine feminine, didn't I? So I put that in the divine masculine placement. And that in the, what would I usually have done by now? Subconscious, conscious, heart. We're going to take this as the ascension message, because I think that's when I would do it. Doesn't, sometimes I change the order, but the way. Right, we'll read them both, because that one was screaming to come out, that eternal union, and it's eventually come out. See, that I love when I'm channeling it, just like I'm always channeling, but I love when I realize that that is totally part of it, because now I'm just confusing myself. It's always part of it, is what I'm saying, but I said it was screaming to come out, and this is about eternal union. So this is about the energies that are going on today. And the belting, and like I say, I wouldn't always film something on a weekend or on a Sunday, because I just opened up the book at Galactic Healer as well, which is what I'm doing for you now, guys. Anyway, I'm getting in that real sleepy energy again, so I just need to read this quickly. 23, because I've been an hour now, nearly, right. So in the ascension or spiritual process, whatever you want to call it, divine masculines, listen to yourself and light your own path. The faithful deer is a creature of deep sensitivity. See, so that ties in with the, I don't like it when I say see, that ties in with the divine masculine balancing their emotions and their feminine energy too, deep sensitivity. With heightened senses and strong fight or flight response, the deer is always alert to the environment around them. Their swiftness and response to potential threats allows them to escape any danger by running away at the slightest indication. I could make a joke about twin flame runners doing that, but that's all I'll say. I suppose that's a joke in itself. Running away at the slightest indication. Do you know me? This sensitivity and readiness of the deer requires a symbiotic relationship of trust of the physical senses. And that's what the Taurus new moon's about. You're conditioned through various stages of life to behave and act in a certain way to please family, teachers. See, this is what I was saying about the people around you. Like, for a long time, you'd been codependent, surrounded by people or dotted here and there that were very narcissistic. And then you could only just be seeing it now, or have seen it in recent times. It's like, hey, that actually wasn't very good for me to be around that type of people. And friends, not allowing others to dictate terms or emotional well-being. Now is the time to ask yourself, what is it that you truly want or need in your life right now? Previously, you may have appeared to be naive or innocent. This has created vulnerable situations where you have not been able to fully comprehend your environment or the true intentions of others. And again, that makes me sad, because that's like a lot of the people that I help, that even when you are away from someone that's very toxic or narcissistic, a lot of people that have been subject to that can still doubt themselves and still think that nobody's going to believe them or hear them out, because they've depended on how long someone's been around that. Like, I've helped people that have been around that like 30 years, like, you know, nearly my life, all this kind of stuff, 20 years, whatever. And but I have been around people that are like 30, like my lifetime, that have went through this, and that's the work that has to be done to, like, you know, be like, I do believe you, and I know you're telling the truth, and, you know, you're not with those people anymore. And also, if you've been around people that have gaslighted you, manipulate, trick you, you think it feels like a setup. And actually, that's interesting, because one of my clients had shared something. I had that saved in my phone, but it's a meme that says, you know, when things start to go right in your life, you know, it can feel like a setup. And that's definitely true for a lot of people that have been around people that weren't genuine, or if you've just been used to bad things happening in your life. In life, facing potential threats or confrontations is necessary and something we can't always avoid. Like the deer, you may instinctively react, choosing to run away from your problems. However, this will not help the situation improve. This has blown my mind, by the way. I'm going to put this out tonight. Like, I will put it out because I'll not like leave it for ages because I feel somebody really needs it. But this is totally divine masculine energy, because it's talking about running away from problems, but it wouldn't help the situation improve. That is where a lot of divine masculine energy, regardless of whether you're a man in divine masculine energy or a woman, is coming to. The conclusion they're coming to is running away from my problems is actually not going to help my problems, which seems too obvious to point out, but it's true. But you have to come to that conclusion yourself. That's what I'm saying. Those of you that are a twin flame, that are chasing your twin flame, trying to get them to see the truth, and we're forcing them, that's not going to work. It's like trying to get a friend to see that a guy's no good for them. How did that work out for you? Do you know, like, if they ask for your advice or your wisdom, you can give it. But in many situations I've been in along the years, a lot of the times it will still be ignored. You know what I mean? Like, you'll just be knocking your pan in for no reason. The person's got to realize it themselves. And so is your twin flame. Right now, you're encouraged to connect strongly to your base instincts. What does your gut tell you about the situation? Be alert. Currently, personality conflicts are strong and have the potential to cause emotional distress. That is very spot on for the eclipse too, intense energies. Taurus is also very stubborn as well, remember. You must decide how you choose your approach. Do you need to face this person, or can you remove yourself from the situation peacefully? So again, that feels like twin flames that are, look at this, is just crazy. This feels like twin flames that are considering approaching the eternal union. Sounds a bit intense, but yeah, approaching this, like, it's intense. But it's also simultaneously talking about the karmic energies that need to be dealt with for both twins if they're interfering or popping up. You know, it's kind of like if someone's approaching union and then somebody comes back from your past, like a friend or something that wants to talk to you, but you're kind of like, why the fuck is this happening when this is about to happen? But that's why it's happening, because it's stuff coming in to stop that from happening or delaying it. So you've got to recognize that. Like the deer totem, you may need to hold a torch for others to be guided down positive paths or in a direction that's previously hidden. It is important to assist others when they do not have a light to guide them. Instinctively, you must learn to accept the changes in life and run peacefully with the flow of the universe. The shadow aspect is authoritarian approaches. Well, there's a lot of that going on in the world. Unable to share knowledge, avoiding conflict. The sacred crystal is Super 7. I've never heard of that. I'm going to Google that after. I used to work in a crystal shop too, and I'm blooming crystal clairvoyant. I've never heard of that. Angel assistance, Archangel Nathaniel, determination, willpower, perseverance, affirmation. I choose my own way forward. I am a guiding light. So that's powerful energies for divine masculine. We've got, you're a powerful light worker and I'm a guiding light. It really felt like this was a major confidence boost for divine masculine energies, that it's like you're not imagining that you're being guided by spirit with a full chakra upgrade, the full blast of light, like you're being guided to step up. Right, 15. New love is forming. Strengthen your relationships. Eternal union. In a lifetime, we are destined to meet many members of our soul group and soul family. Many of them enter through life as a soulmate, fated to teach us lessons about unconditional love and ourselves. And remember, your twin flame is the biggest. I don't know why I'm laughing. It's so funny, is it? But your twin flame is the person that will teach you that the most about unconditional love, because ironically, in the times when your twin flame's rejecting you, because remember, they're rejecting themselves as they're rejecting you, you're forced to turn that love around on yourself and love yourself unconditionally. And then it bounces back, because when your twin runs from you and you're like, why does this person not love me back the same, or even like me back the same anymore? It's like, you then just have to accept it, you know, like you have to accept that that's how it is, and spend time loving yourself, and not just loving yourself, truly loving yourself. Like, again, I read all books, and will listen to books rather, because that's how I take it in, about unworthiness, and that wasn't just to do with the twin flame, you know, that was my spiritual awakening. That is the spiritual process, but it sure did help. But do you know what I mean? It's like, all jokes aside, you're made to love yourself. So that's why I always say, like, I don't understand when people like have so much better. I do understand. I can understand that not everybody's as patient as what I am, or compassionate, or, you know, but it's oh, what am I trying to see? Look, I can't even get the words out, but this is because this is what divine masculine energies go through, or the runner, whether it's a man or a woman, whatever, you know, but it's what twin flames can get like with each other. Don't know how to put it in words, because twins don't really need words, like I've explained loads of times before. And then they just drew me up to that sentence again, words that heal. But a lot of twins with each other do need the words right now to heal, even if this is like not from your twin. Like, I am a twin flame teacher, putting out my energy and words that heal right now to heal other twins, you know what I mean? And at some point that will heal you, it will heal your twin as well, you know, your words heal your twin, their words heal you. That's how it works. But what I'm trying to say is, the twin flame is the biggest teacher of unconditional love, because once you've got that unconditional love away from them, which is what the separation process is all about, then you can come back together. And, you know, it's quite funny, because that can also be seen this is why astrology is so amazing. Like, it can also be seen in someone's chart as well, that there's loads of placements, like, for instance, I can sort of think of one I was looking at recently, like, say your Venus is in someone's 5th house, like, that would be like a strong attraction. Well, 5th house is sex, right? It's like playful energy as well, like inner child. It's fun, it's Leo energy. So it could be like kind of like a playful connection, and something that never dies, you know, like, doesn't matter how old you get, you'll always have fun together, kind of thing, and keep the love alive and the fun. But it could be people that kind of meet young, and then, like, I know loads of twins like this, and actually this is very much the case for me, I would say too. It's but you might actually like kind of be like part from each other, because something, or like maybe the conditioning's like, oh, I need to grow up now, do you know what I mean? Like, that was just a bit of fun and lust, and I need to grow up now, and that's not real life. Whereas actually that's not true. Like, you can have this and still have all the normal, I don't like the word normal, but, you know, the other parts of life that you love too. But they keep, this is so funny what they're doing. I'm in my room and I'm being drawn to all the different things. I'm being drawn to cosmic love. Yeah, it is a cosmic love. It's galactic, it's otherworldly. But you can have both. You can still have your life and live with that kind of that love. Many do. Like I say, I've got loads of clients that are together with their twin flame, but a lot of those clients, I have to add, it's not like, oh, the whole journey's done. It's those clients are on a strong journey to doing what I've done the other way around. Like, they're now having to really face their self-love and their unconditional love, and problems can arise in the relationship, you know. So it's kind of yeah, it's like they're giving the example of, oh, anyway, I'm going all over the place here, but what I'm saying is say that particular placement, if that happens, it could be people that hook up when they're teenagers or whatever, and then they part because, well, just because I believe as well, it's fated for you to go off in your different ways and learn your different things. Like I said, the separation has to happen at some point for one twin, to the divine feminine, to turn around and love herself unconditionally, so that then when the divine masculine is meant to do that, they can do that, and then you can come back to this. But it's also, when you explain it from an astrology point of view, it's just that the people weren't grown up enough to handle that love yet. Yeah, that's what I was trying to get. It's a bit of a long-winded way, but that could be, you know, it can be seen. It can be seen in people's charts, which is why it's pretty fascinating, right? So to me anyway, but that's because that's my obsession. If you're new around here, you'll notice I talk about astrology a lot in my own way as well. So a soulmate can be a friend, family member, work colleague, partner, neighbour, or someone you strongly disagree with, clashing with every time you're around each other, triggering one another, you see, because you and your twin flame really trigger each other as well. But obviously not all the time, because then you'd be like, this is too stressy. Like, this person's pissing me off. Like, why the fuck would I want to spend the rest of my life with them or eternal union with? But they only trigger you at certain points, and they trigger you to be a better person. Like your twin flame triggers you to be a better person, and you trigger them to be a better person. It's just, if someone's running from that and because it's hard, you know, it's doing the work, then they could find you just triggering all the time. You know what I mean? It's yeah. Anyway, right. So when a soulmate enters your life, they offer your soul support, guidance, and growth, whether physically, emotionally, or spiritually. You may feel you have known them forever, or you may be instantaneously comfortable in their presence. Depending upon what your soul needs, a soulmate can be a brief encounter, or this relationship could last a lifetime. Acting as a catalyst for growth, these souls are here to teach you something new. Currently, meeting new people will bring great conversations. Interesting people will enter your life now to teach you something valuable about yourself, your interests, your passions, life. That's important because that does happen at eclipses. People are taken out your life, as in you might not see the same friends as much as what you did in the past. And then other new connections will come in, soul family. And what I always say is, it's really interesting, but I always kind of see it as a huge indication around eclipses. The people that you see in the days leading up to it, or people are like forever people in your life, you know what I mean? And then if you haven't actually spent so much time with someone leading up to eclipse, it's not always, right? It's not, don't hold me to this, but I've just noticed that in my own life that it can often indicate, they're kind of drifting away from your life. Like, so for instance, like I saw a couple of friends recently that I hadn't seen for like a year and a half. And we've all said to each other, it's so funny how it's like, like you don't see each other for ages and it's like nothing's changed. But I've always known that about those particular friends, and they always describe me like that. Do you know what I mean? And so that is quite an indication that, yeah, like that's because these people are always going to be in my life in some way, shape, or form, because we're meant to be, even if we spend like a year and a half apart. But obviously that's a lot to do with the pandemic and the weirdness for a lot of people. But and then it's not a coincidence, actually. I saw my very best friend yesterday, you know, like she was dropping in my present, kind of like belated. So and yeah, so just things like this, noticing wee things. It could even be if you spoke to them as well. Like I can think of like other my close friends that, you know, they just text me or WhatsApp me or whatever, and then I would shelf though the twin flame thing, because if you're thinking, well, fuck, I've not spoke to my twin flame in like 100 years, that one doesn't count. That's because you've got all this shit going on, you know what I mean? And actually, for a lot of you, it's because they're about to come in, you know what I'm saying? Like they're the new people that are coming back in your life, even if they were once an old person. Because even if they weren't an old person from your life in this life, they are from a past life. So social gatherings and casual meetups will create opportunities for meaningful connections. Right now, you're being encouraged to actively listen to others. For those who despise or see, oh God, that's a bit strong. For those who you despise or see as enemies, view these people as possible soul connections. They are here to teach you life lessons and challenge your structure belief system. Yeah, so that actually means that, you know, people you do have a problem with, and they've got a problem with you, I bet you anything you've been married in a past life or something. Like, honestly, I can think of loads of people in my, like, thank God it's like people I don't spend too much time with, or, you know, time at all with. Like, and whenever I've noticed there's a real friction with me and someone, I can always sort of sense it's like, we've been married in a past life or something, but like you were horrible to me, or you were like a nasty something in my life, you know what I mean? That's kind of my thing, to realize that. And I can equally, I can recognize where I've had amazing past lives with people. This new understanding will deepen the love you have for others, including new and existing partnerships, opening doors for an expression of eternal union. This living expression of love will influence romantic connections, including marriage with long-term commitments possible now. That is going to be especially meaningful for some of you where this is hitting the parts of your chart that are to do with like long-term partnerships, marriage, all that kind of stuff. Or like I say, your north node, if that's in Taurus. And that actually really does exemplify what I was just saying, that it's kind of like in the kind of 3D matrix explanation of it, you know, you'll get, that's why you don't go to just any Tom, Dick or Harry or Julie, Sally, Molly. Why do I use the same names? That's so funny how I use these random names for advice about your twin flame dynamic, because they're just going to give you the worst advice ever. Because let's face it, it doesn't look great. It doesn't look great how you and your twin flame treat each other a lot of the time. Or the fact that you don't just have a grown-up conversation like other people would do. They don't get it. They don't get the energy. They don't get the kundalini, the powerful energies that are going on between you, because they're not you. They're not living your life. So that's why you got to go within to seek the answers. But like only the two people in the twin flame dynamic truly know what is going on between them. Like even other twin flame teachers, like they can't know what your dynamic's like. They're going to have a pretty good idea. Like when people talk to me, like I get it because I get the intensity of these connections and I listen to this every day. But I live it every day and I listen to it every day, and I have done for over 10 years now, 12 years. But it's like yeah, it's, oh God, I've lost it. What am I trying to say? Yeah, that's what I'm saying, is that it's a lot of people would say like, oh, well, if you haven't been able to work it out now, it's not the right person for you. That some of it can actually be explained of, no, you just weren't ready for it yet. Like that person was destined for you, but you just weren't ready for it yet. It's just our conscious mind or our brain doesn't like that, because your brain's telling you, oh, but you have to be, because you have to be married and have kids by this certain time. But look at how many people in the world, I don't know about you, but I've got like loads of friends in my life, and even like family members that have like not had children till like way later in life. So, you know, it's about sort of changing your perspective on things. Like sometimes you just weren't ready for this connection. Like there's lots of twin flames, like fucking hope it's not me, but I mean, I know lots of twin flames that don't reunite with their twin flame till like much later on in life. You know what I mean? And fuck me, they signed up for an even harder ride than what I've had. So the expression of eternal union between two souls will bring new levels of love and an emotional, physical, mental, spiritual connection. True love is limitless. And that's basically what I'm saying. If you met someone when you were young, you just both wouldn't have been ready for it yet. And you could be like, well, how come then both people getting a serious relationship with someone else? Because it's not you. It's not as intense. It doesn't mean that there can't be love with other people and, you know, and have a happy life for a while, but it will eventually break down. And actually, I'm saying this because that's what eclipses do. If someone's living a lie, eclipses break it up. And if the new moon in Taurus doesn't do it, you better believe the full moon in Scorpio is going to do it, the lunar eclipse in 2 weeks. So, and that's only if people were still living a lie. Like it'll pull that apart, especially if you're twin flame, because if that's meant to be happening, the divine won't be happy if you're running away from it. Right, shadow aspect, introversion, restlessness, disenfranchised. Oh, I can't say that. Disenfranchised. Disenfranchised. I think I got it there. The sacred crystal is emerald, and of course it is, because that's everlasting love. Actually, that's an emerald. It's like a raw emerald. Archangel Haniel, attracting meaningful relationships. I am living and loving expression of the eternal union. I am blessed. Lovely. I'm glad that card came out, because it's been flirting with us for weeks, hasn't it? The past is in the present. Listen to what I just said. I'm glad that card came out, because it's been flirting with us for weeks. That's definitely about someone's twin flame. I'm glad that card came out. It's like I'm glad that person came out of the shadows. Energy signature. The past is in the present. Oh, I can't with the synchronicity. The past is in the present. That is somebody's past coming back to the present. What's the next one? Expansion. Educate your mind and senses. Yeah, because they've educated themselves. They've like learned about what is going on, what this is about, awakened spirit, desire to change, and they're awakened to it. And they've got a desire to change, and the change involves you. Or either that, or you are the person that is the one that's going towards your twin. Right. So that was the spiritual ascension process. And my God, it really was, wasn't it? Right. So let's just pull 2 more cards, and this is going to be what's going on. No, I'm going to ask 2 different questions. I'm going to word it as what is going on in the physical environment of the divine feminine right now, whether it's got anything to do with the twin or not. But like I say, in some way, shape or form, it's always got something to do with your twin, because your twin is your energy and you are your twin's energy. You're always connected. But what's going on in the physical of the divine feminines are going to resonate with this. You heal by releasing, not suppressing. What emotions do you need to feel? And you see, I'm always doing that because I've got my North Node in Gemini, and the moon's going to move into Gemini next. And Mercury's in Gemini right now. So it's why I love, well, I love talking about it, but that's channeling. I love channeling about deeper feelings of the collective. I can't say I love channeling about my deeper feelings about my own twin flame journey in public. Yeah, I don't love it. I don't love it, but I'm doing it to help. And I'm managing to do it, even if sometimes the video comes out a bit later than when I've done it. And sometimes that's just my own organization skills. But yeah, what I mean is definitely in private, because my North Node is in the 8th house, Scorpio, private. Like I love sharing about my own stories and wisdom that's helped me, and I love listening to other people's stories and wisdom that's helped them. And then that's why it's my destiny to push outside my comfort zone, to share what I've learned from all this experience with the twin flames to help other people. And whenever anyone else has looked at my chart, they've said the same thing. Pretty much, right? Divine masculines out there, and I can feel lots of activation going on to the upper chakras as I'm talking right now. What's going on, divine masculines, physical environment right now, or whenever you watch this. Remember seeing this one, 38. So somebody could be 38 in this connection, or yeah, for any other reasons. The collective field, the collective field is impacting you. Unseen forces in action. How can you relinquish control of the situation that feels blocked? Wow, I've never seen that one, and that's really interesting, because that does fit with all the other cards. Oh, this is so long. I can't be arsed watching this back. I think, do you know what? I don't know. I wouldn't say that I've never done that, but the more recent ones I have watched them back. But I think I might just publish this, because I can't be arsed watching 90 minutes. And I want it to go out tonight because I feel somebody needs it. But it's like, and you see, that would be me just pushing even more outside my comfort zone, because I usually do like to watch them back just to see what was said. And I always publish it anyway, eventually. So it's kind of like, so there's something in me saying that too. But what I'm saying is, it's like that really, from what I'm remembering, pulling on this side of the divine masculines, that really fits with everything that's been saying about all the light coming in, all the different energies that's hitting them hard, basically, in the collective, and they're feeling the collective energy, whether they realize that or not. Because like I say, divine feminines would have more of an awareness that happens to them. Not always, because a lot of divine masculines are very awakened to all that stuff as well. Especially actually when we're talking about, just whatever, you know what I mean? When I'm saying that, I mean people that are newer to the journey, that don't have a Scooby-Doo about spirituality, those divine masculines, not divine masculines that are like being healers and aware of spiritual energy and chakras, and whether you're a woman or a man for ages or even a couple of years, not you. So you'll know, right? In the physical, Wait a minute though, I did want to pull. No, I'll do that end. Imagine waking up every morning feeling balanced, centered, and connected to your higher self and source energy. What if you went through your life aligned, focused, and not easily triggered because you're in your authentic power? This way of living is possible and easier, throat chakra, especially because this card's about feelings, than you think when you realign with your true self. Throat chakra is connected to the Taurus new moon eclipse right now, by the way. Love within. You can do this by feeling your emotions. Allow yourself to heal and grow by feeling your feelings. We all experience situations that cause us stress, and often we pack away these feelings and they get stored in our bodies. At a later time, something may trigger us and we feel a surge of emotions, sometimes without knowing where they're coming from. Recognize this as part of the healing process. You don't always have to know why you're feeling the way you are. Giving yourself permission to express yourself and feelings and feel the feelings can help move the energy through you. But what I just want to add to that is if anyone really does want to know what these suppressed feelings are that's coming up, or you want support with that, I can do past life regressions with you, or we could do a shamanic journey and a soul retrieval. For those of you that are familiar with soul retrieval, if you're not so familiar with soul retrieval, I always ask people to do my shamanic journeys at least a couple of times to familiarize yourself with the way that I work and the way that the soul retrieval works through that. Everything I do is soul retrieval, but it's just one-to-one intense. It is a very intense process. So I would prefer you'd done some sort of energy healing before doing that with me. If you want to get to the bottom of something. What feeling have you been suppressing? As you release these stored emotions, you allow your feelings to move through you, and your emotions can be transmuted into higher frequencies. Release your need to force your feelings and allow yourself to be the conduit for healing. There is no need to hide from expressing your emotions as through a direct channel to your higher self. Pay attention to your feelings and express them often. What emotions do I need to feel? I'm laughing at again because that is very linked to when I said, well, the feelings, pretty much the only feelings, because again, I chat about everything else and I was always holding back on that stuff. It's basically what I'd said about oh God, I forgot what I was saying now. But it's basically linked to what we're saying about like that. I was pushing down talking about twin flames all the time. I would mention it now and again, but not as much as what I do now. I mean, now it's like every time because it's what I've always been here to do. But you know what I mean? It's like I push down that for obviously my own reasons, to protect myself or to protect other people or protect people's feelings. And just to be respectful of different situations. But the thing is it's like you can't do that forever. If like that is if you're truly here to share about something and that is your divine purpose, you can't push it down forever. It has to come up and you will feel better as soon as it comes up. It doesn't mean there's not fear. That actually reminds me of one of the other cards I pulled about and I just picked it up, let go of fear. Like I'm always having to do that constantly. I feel Aries particularly always get a bit rougher, especially in Aries with Scorpio rising like me, because it's just about, Scorpio's about pain and transmuting pain for yourself and others. And Aries is about pushing past your fears and being brave. So it's all quite warrior-like. But again, like I always say, I chose to come in as a warrior, and I bet you some of you did too. Right, 38. This is what's going on with the divine masculine. So that's just, if you're new to me, I give examples of what I'm going through or clients anonymously to help you reflect on where that can fit for you. Where are you pushing down your truth for whatever reason? Where do you need to allow it to come up? Doesn't need to be in public like what I'm doing. It can be with a counsellor. I do that for a lot of people. I'm just the person that they share it to. But then, well, a lot of people share their gifts and talents with me privately for a while, or their feelings. And then later down the line, they share it with the world. And it's like, you know, I was that person that was the catalyst for them opening up to it. So like I said, it was a huge honour as well. Right. The collective field is impacting you, unseen forces in action. So this is what divine masculines are going through in the physical. It's on page 111. That's alignment. So again, if you're a man, a woman, whatever you identify as, and you'll know if this is you. When you're on a personal growth and spiritual journey, before long, the work starts to work you. When this happens, the only thing left to do is surrender. Oh, there's that message again. You may feel stuck, and often it's because of unseen forces impacting your spiritual and emotional journey. The collective consciousness is one of the biggest influences in our life. It's unseen forces pushing against us every day, especially known as Pisces, by the way, because that's the 12th house, unseen forces. They are shared beliefs, ideas, moral attitudes that operate as a unifying force within society. So often the collective patterns are those of fear, suffering, and anxiety. And that's already come up. But you've pulled this card because a lot of what you're feeling right now is not yours. So again, this makes sense, doesn't it? Because it's like divine masculine energy is getting blasted by a whole lot of light. Some energies, like say a lot of my clients are well aware of that's happening, and hopefully you're resting. That will resonate with that. Other divine masculine energies won't get that so much and could be feeling 10 times more exhausted than those of us with knowledge of this, because they won't be doing anything to clear their energy field. So if you're coming across this and you are that, then take an Epsom salt bath, sage yourself, Palo Santo, light a candle with the intention to clear your energy, incense. My friend just gave me incense actually. Walk by the sea. Even just having a shower with the intention that the shower is cleansing your energy. All these things, imagining light, clearing your chakras. Do one in my journeys where I do that. I do that in all of them, really. Or anyone's, get on YouTube. Binaural beats, that's what I used to listen to all the time. I still do when I feel led to. How do you eat yours? It reminds me of the Cadbury's cream egg, you know what I mean? Like, each to your own, but just make sure you're cleansing your energy. Especially if you've went through, being around people that aren't good for you, then definitely be cutting the cords and stuff. The collective consciousness, I just read that bit. It's been picked up energetically from those around you, from the planet's collective consciousness, especially those of you, by the way, that have got personal planets in Pisces. You'll absorb a lot of the collective consciousness as well. Like, again, I've got my Pluto in the 12th house of Pisces. So that's why I can have days where I'm glued to my bed like what I was today, because I'm feeling all the pain of the collective, and that's rough. Right. So, and also because I'm 0 degrees, that is like the quintessential nature of Pluto in Scorpio. Pluto rules Scorpio. So it's the quintessential nature of pain, of the world's pain. So people wonder why it hits me that hard. That's why. If there's somebody else there with that exact degree out there, then fucking let me know. I've never met ones yet. I've met ones that are similar degrees, but not the exact same. One conscious loving thought at a time, you can move yourself into a more peaceful state of disengaging with the collective energy, which is why that makes sense when I said earlier in this that my friends that know me well or my family, I'm just like, listen, peace out. I'm not speaking to anyone for a couple of days because the energy's been hitting me that hard. Right, patterns from your family history, your lineage, your DNA, and your ancestors could also be blocking you. So that's a lot of generational healing's been going on for all of us, I would say. Sometimes habits, patterns, thoughts, perspectives, beliefs are passed down through the generations. It can be difficult to know if your past is affecting your present. There was a card I just pulled earlier that said that. And therefore shaping your future. When you have no sense of where your patterns or emotions come from, you may be acting from a place of your ancestors' patterns. You may feel like it isn't your pain and you're acting on autopilot. You can balance your emotions by going into meditation or simply asking your higher self for clarity. Right, so here's a wee meditation mantra to listen to. So if you want to close your eyes, you can do that now. I release all need to control my situation or push through to create a specific outcome. I surrender to the healing that wants to take place, and I trust the journey. I trust that everything that happens is always for my highest good, and I feel into what I need most. I return to my center by practicing self-love and compassion. And the question to ask, how can I relinquish control of the situation that feels blocked. I'm just going to shut that window because I think my hearing's extraordinary, I'm aware of, but there's teenagers outside the window and I can hear, because they're actually halfway down the street and I can hear it. So you may not have heard it, but just in case, I'm about to finish this soon anyway, but yeah, I can hear from very, very far away. Right, so, and I'm apparently getting hungry again. What is has no bearing on what will be. What does your ideal life look like and feel like? I've just got drawn to that. I feel that's about the twin flames out there that are like visualizing and fantasizing and wondering how it's going to be with their twin flame as I get pulled to beauty. And it's about kind of like in all this Pisces energy, you do have to come out of that at some point. Yeah, to see what's real, to see what it can be. Right, so talking of that, now I'm being guided to word this a bit differently. What is your twin flames? I've not got any of the wee wordy ones. I can't be bothered running through to get them. Oh, those, I didn't use those. Right, I'll use these for this as well. I'll use both these cards because you told me I've now used all the cards I brought through. What is your twin? So this is for divine feminine, right? But this is what is your twin flames intentions towards you? So it's not going to be for everyone. It's just going to be whoever resonates with it. So what is your twin flames intentions towards you at this time in the physical? That's what we could do. This can be in the physical, and then this could be in the you know, like the energy sort of connection. So we'll just, that might work out, it might not, we'll just see. Right, it is what it is, especially because this is going over 90 minutes now. So for divine feminines, this is what your divine masculine wants to say to you. Oh, for fuck's sake, quite a lot. Healing the mother line. Oh, that fits in with what I just said though. That literally fits in with what I just said about the ancestral healing. So they want to say healing the mother line, healing ancestral work, mother line, growing up. They want to tell you they're growing up. They're maturing, they're healing, they're doing, they might be healing their actual mother line. And that, oh, I have mentioned mothers quite a lot. And or healing patterns that haven't served them, that they've recognized that's the way that my ancestors, you know, my family or my ancestors have done it, and I'm wanting to do it a different way. Held, sureness of the soil, unseen help, support, community. I feel, wow, yeah, and I feel they're saying that they are getting the support that they need, or they're calling on the unseen help. You know, they're learning to do that, but I do feel they've got some kind of community helping them. Community could be that, like, you know, divine masculines finding things like this, because again, there are divine masculines that tune into me. It's just they don't comment. Well, actually, some of you come and chat in the live, and I will get back to that live stream, by the way. I just was guided to just, the energies are so strong that I've just needed to focus on, well, actually, it's because I'm doing the course right now, the ladies, you know, I need my energy for that, but I will get back to doing a live stream at some point. But yeah, I feel they could be getting support from like someone, I don't know, just somebody that gets it basically, or it is just they're getting support from watching like twin flame teachers out there sharing their experience, something like that. And potential promise, it's about to happen, keep going. So I mean, I was only going to pick one, but that is quite a message, that it's like they're healing, they're getting the support that they need, and for some people it's about to happen. So I mean, again, what does that mean? That could mean for some people it's like it's already happened. It could have literally already happened this weekend, or it could be it's about to happen this week. It could be it's about to happen this month. And actually, this is the energies that we're in. Like, keep going. You know, this is the energy of this eclipse. Like, expect unexpected. It's total unpredictable when it's conjunct. I like that, so I don't need to read the book. It's conjunct the planet of surprises, shocks, awakening. And a lot of divine masculines are getting where they weren't already shaken up to waken up. This eclipse is doing it. So it's different for different people. For some people, it could just be blasting them and tiring them. And for other people, it's going to be, the energy is going to be blasting them and sudden epiphanies, insights, awakening, and straight to coming to talk to the twin flame kind of. Right, so divine masculines, this is what your divine feminine wants to say to you. See that, how the cards totally all jumped out. There's one flipped. The Holy Grail, stop the endless searching, inner quest. I'll wait to comment on that until I get the other ones. Actually, no, I know what that means. It's when I was channeling about, like, stop asking everybody else for the answers about this connection and go on the inner quest. Like, realize that this is a personal spiritual awakening for you alone, even before your twin flame comes into it. But when we talk about your twin flame connection, only you and your twin flame know what is going on. And even sometimes even you and your twin flame don't know what the fuck's going on. You just know that the connection, you just know that what you feel. The mystic rose, compassion, devotion, humility, humanity, grace. Yeah, and just have grace for yourself. Like, I can see a woman crying in this. Like, she's holding her, doesn't matter whether you're a man or a woman, the woman's holding her head. It's like, have compassion. So your divine feminine saying, go on the inner quest. On your journey, don't look for the answers outside of yourself. Have compassion for yourself. Remember, it is about humility as well. I really do feel as well, this is about the divine feminines know that this is humbling their divine masculine. And that's why I always say, like, both twins don't get it easy, and true twins understand how hard it is for their twin to talk to them, because it's hard for both twins to talk to one another, but not all the time. You know, after, like I say, always, and after the initial getting all the intense shit out of the way, after a long period of separation, or, you know, for some people it's not years and years, but for a lot of people tuning in at me, it will be a long fucking time. Anyway, one more card. So just have compassion. Go on that inner quest. Don't look to too many other people for the answers, unless it's somebody that truly you can trust that gets this, and they're just reflecting back your own insights. Have grace and compassion for yourself. One more card that your divine feminine. Okay, quite a lot, but we'll give them. The Thorn, protection, boundaries, clear communication. Protect your energy, keep your boundaries up. Clearly communicate to those around you that you need to move away from, what those boundaries are for you. Also, that's about clearly communicating when you talk to your twin flame. The sacred waters, nourishment, replenishment, health, rest, self-care. But your divine feminine wants you to take care of yourself. That just keeps coming through every time. The rose thread, inner call, soul-led, the mystic, living courageously. And they want you to know that, yeah, they want you to, it's the same thing, that's like that. They want you to follow your inner call, your soul, your inner mystic, which you have, and live your life courageously, not for other people. Because the second bloom is about to happen for a lot of you. A second chance, it's never too late, new possibilities. And because this was the other deck, so right, we'll finish it now. So in the physical, divine feminine, a message for you, or just overall purity. Oh look, there's my wolf. So you might be connected to wolf energy as well. I know a lot of you are. Being purified right now. That's what this new moon is doing. Wherever you hadn't cut out toxicity in your life or repeating patterns that don't serve you, this new moon will be doing that, guiding you to focus on what you truly value, what is of value, what is good for you to be around, what is not good for you to be around. Divine masculine. Success. Oh, and there's a panther, and I know I've got divine masculine clients primarily that connect with the panther. So how cool is that? I've got a panther too. So success. Let's see, what one's that called? Purity. I just opened the book up at something that says healing chaos. Oh, that kind of feels like it could be for the thingy as well. Oh my God, this video's nearly been 2 hours, but that's fine. It'll have helped somebody go to sleep. Purity. Actually, do you know who that somebody is? Even if it's none use me. I've just killed some time. Something needed to. Oh, and there's another one. Purification, summer rain. It's got a sunflower on it. Right, purity. I'm not going to read all of it. I'm just going to read the special bit. No matter what has happened in the past, and you know what? That means something. I'm not going to read all of it. I'm just going to read the special bit. I really, truly did feel when I said that was about those of you that are about to come into union. You don't need to go into the whole story. Like, you don't need to go into the ins and outs and have the big long chat for hours the very first time you connect again. Like, just share the special bit. Whatever the special bit is, whatever it is that you've held in for a long time. If you're the one that needs to go towards your twin, whatever the bit, in fact, this is for both twins, whatever the thing is that you've held in for a long, long time, just go straight to the special bit. And actually, for a lot of people, the special bit may just be not even using words and just being with that person. So whatever that means to you. No matter what has happened in the past, everything can be fresh in you again. The purity of your soul is shining through everything that you encounter. You're entering into a period of grace. Look at the synchronicities, different deck, grace again. Simply allow your heart to know that the best is yet to be. The past does not need to equal the future. Your future can be and will be shimmering, sparkling, and bright. Old limiting patterns are dropping away. Wow, this message is coming through with all these cards. Recurring challenges are releasing. This is a time of redemption, forgiveness, and holy healing. Wow, that's powerful for divine feminines. I needed to hear that. And success for divine masculines. I just got drawn the relaxation card as well. That's what I need after this. Right, so success, tropical jungle. And I'm going to skip to the good bit. Satisfaction, contentment, and fulfillment are at hand. Success is waiting to expand in your life. I can feel a lot of healing going to your heart chakra if you're open to it, guys. Be ready to accept and embrace a success, for it might occur rapidly. See, that's the changes. I don't like when I say see, but I said it. That's the rapid change that can happen with this new moon. Anything can happen. Won't be happening rapid unions for all of you, but it will be for some of you, a lot of you. All is possible. The gates of triumph are waiting to open. That's the eclipse gateways. They're open. They're open. Being in a state of gratitude for all small successes in your life will give birth to larger ones. Your satisfaction will come in many forms and from many areas of life. Celebrate it all and breathe it all in, no matter how small or seemingly insignificant. This is an excellent time to make commitments, sign contracts, and make deals. Good fortune will ensue. Well, you signed a soul contract with your twin flame. And for a lot of people, it's time to fulfill the contract. It's time to step up to whatever you put down in that contract. Right, so I'm going to leave it there, guys. I hope that whoever was meant to get healing from this got it. Even if not all the messages for you, there will have been something in there for you. And even if it's just that, like I was laughing about with my friend the other day, even if it's just that my dulcet tones have chilled you out in order to go to sleep whenever you watch this, then that's great. And I'm glad I was able to provide that healing for you. If you want to book a personal session, then the links are below. And apart from that, you can catch my shorts every day. And I'm doing like loads of extra sort of short things and that when I'm guided to as well. And like I say, I'll be on a live stream whenever I'm next guided to, but just take care of your energy and just know that big changes are upon us in this eclipse season. See you later. Where is the, what's up here? There it is. See you later.